Hey guys. All right. So excited. First off, we are double dipping. That's what I like to do. We are actually going live right now on Instagram for live story, and we are on Facebook, and like always, we will be on YouTube later. So my name is Rachel Feldman. I help coaches, health coaches, fitness coaches, nurses, doctors, chiropractors, um, anybody really in the wellness space to create online and offline businesses that help them to ease the stress of creating content and to help them strategically build their business. I was just doing an amazing call with a phenomenal woman from Germany who graduated from the same school I did, which was the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. She had bought the VIP package, which gives a 2-hour strategy session with me. So we are going to map out her entire business, start to top to bottom, all of that, start to finish. And we talked about that beginning part. And I've said this, if you didn't catch the replay, guys, open up your email. I know it's summer, and I know also that we get overwhelmed and say, I'm not going to open up an email. But I talked about this in the kickoff for the fall Done For You programs, which is that an opt-in freebie is your first date with your potential customer, your potential client. And if you don't have a great first date, they're not going to come back from the second. They're not going to buy a product. They're not going to buy a program. They're not going to ask for a discovery session. They're not going to join you for a membership. They're not going to want to come to your event. They're not going to want to come to your webinar. So that first date, this opt-in freebie is essential. This opt-in freebie leads them strategically through a conversation. So I just want to take you through the experience, because too often we don't go through the customer experience. We put up an opt-in freebie. We don't think about the second journey, or what is that conversation? What are we doing? So experience number one, somebody lands on your site, or maybe they land on a social media post. I'm going to reverse engineer through every opportunity, every option they have to come into your funnel, come into your sales funnel, your whole business sales funnel. Forget thinking ClickFunnels or Infusionsoft or Entreport or MailChimp. Just take all of that out. It confuses too many of us. They're all great systems, but I want you to think about your customer. I want you to think about the experience. So they land on your site. The first thing they're going to see, if you are strategically placing your opt-in freebie in the correct place, and websites change, so now we're seeing trending what? A bigger, top picture, and then right under that is usually a link. And it doesn't typically these days say, sign up for my newsletter. We hear and we think spam right away. It says something like, grab this free gift, or sign up this and get this gift plus a video series, because what are you doing? You want to teach them. We may see a second opportunity on a blog page. It's either strategically put at the top, or it is put at the bottom, or it's put on the side, depending how the theme of your website is. That is the first entry point. They then get what? A thank you letter. The thank you letter is not selling them. That is what Gary Vee calls the right hook. You wouldn't right hook. You wouldn't say on your first date, hey, this is our first date. Will you marry me? Maybe some do. I felt that with my husband. But we don't typically do that in email marketing. We don't do that in sales. We want somebody to get to know us. Because remember this, people buy you, then they buy the product. People buy you, then they buy the service. People buy you, then they ask for a strategy session. So the thank you letter is, thank you so much for downloading X. I know you're going to love this because I struggled with X, Y, Z. It took me the longest time to figure out that 1, 2, 3 never worked. And so I developed this system. And this system is going to help you, just like it helped my client insert testimonial. And it also helped me. So if you're struggling with A, B, C, and I'm so happy that I don't struggle in these ways, and I figured out a system to help A, B, C, insert your aha moment, schedule a strategy session. Maybe at the bottom in a PS is a link to, maybe one more call to action, like join my free group if you have one, or maybe, hey, check out this latest blog, because what is that doing? That is giving them more nurturing, great information. 2 days later, hey, I'm checking in with you. I just wanted to make sure that you downloaded, insert the link, whether it's in, Amazon, or it's in Google Drive, or it's in Dropbox, wherever you're holding space, or you're redirecting them to a thank you page again. Maybe that thank you page has a video. I wanted to tell you about the problem I had. I know I talked about ABC. Let me tell you a little more about what really happened. You're going into more about what really happened in your life. Why did you get to this place? Just like I was talking with this coach earlier. I didn't become a health coach because I was failing in commercial real estate. It's actually doing quite well. I became a health coach because when I was in commercial real estate, I got really sick. I actually thought I was dying. And, I sat there and was like, all these people are telling me to do all these different protocols. I'm being handed books. I'm being handed, do this, do that. I was crying left and right. I was going to all these different doctors and hospitals and specialists. Long story short is I said, one day I will become, I didn't even know the word health coach. I will become something and help somebody like myself. That kind of, it's called a soap opera sequence. You're taking them through what happened. What was the down part? What was that aha? Who does it help for your client or you? That's the beauty of amazing sales. Amazing sales really is not about this shove in your face. It's letting someone really get to know you. And in that email, you might say, hey, I really want to tell you about this, either workshop I'm doing or this webinar. It's a softer way then to bring them into another reason to hear more about what separates you. You're going to educate them. And in that PS, you possibly could lead them either to another strategy session with you or to a way to work with you. Maybe that's an inexpensive program. Maybe you are leading them to the first, like, hey, I know that you didn't take me up on that session, or maybe you're being able to check behaviors in the system that you're working. Or if you don't, you can just have a standard one saying, if you are really interested in finding about this system that worked for me, click here, take them to a sales page. The third is you're really going in on third or fourth for more of a here, come. And if you did bring them to a webinar, you don't even need to sell them on that second. You're still nurturing, you're still loving. You want them to understand why they need to work with you. The third and the fourth, that's when you're going in because you've educated, you've told them about, you've shown them success, you've possibly even shown them case studies. This is where you are creating your following. That is what equates in the difference between just having somebody who's a fan to a raving fan. A raving fan will stay with you because they understand your story and they know why you do what you do. That means your core values, the connection that you are making, you are consistent with your message. And this is what social media This is what opt-in freebies are really all about. What you're doing is you're telling a story through that opt-in freebie. So if you don't have opt-in freebies that define your core message or help you to test, and then you go and make the mistake that many do, they just throw a program out there. Or they say, I don't know why nobody's signing up for my opt-in freebie. Well, or nobody's signing up for my webinar. Did you test it? So coaches always say to me, great. How did you build your practice? So, and I was just asked this, which I love when I'm asked this, why did you become a business coach? And I did not become a business coach because I had a failing practice or it didn't work. I became a business coach because so many coaches were asking me and saying, teach me exactly what you did. I can't teach you what I did not do. So I can't teach you the things that, I never tried, and I wouldn't want to because that wouldn't be fair. But I can teach you what I did do. And what I did do was to take every opt-in freebie that you see in every Done For You program that we have at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. And this was even before. This was when I had not even one person working for me. So these were the programs that I created in the beginning. I didn't get a virtual assistant until I think 6 months after the first release of the Done For You programs. So when I tell you guys, I was the poster picture girl, woman of a solo entrepreneur. This is her, with no money in my pocket to build a business and no clear roadmap of what to do. But I did hear in school over and over say, build your list, build your list, build your list, build your list. And back in the day, no offense, Constant Contact, but I was on that and it was not great for list building. And so I did move to MailChimp. And once I did that, I took every opt-in freebie. And I said this yesterday. Those who sit in perfection mode and say, I need to get the cover of this, I need to do this, you're missing out on hundreds of people who could opt in. So the reason that you want to have an opt-in is to not just build a following, but to test. Because how many of you, and if you're on Facebook, please say, yes, I have great opt-in freebies, but nobody's, opting in. Or, if you feel wrong about saying that, or you don't want to, openly say that, I get it. So feel free to personal message me. But what I see too often is that coaches are not clear on their message, which is why I'm a business niche coach. I have launched serial launches. I launch constantly, and I know exactly how to launch, strategically know how to launch. But the more and more that I have stepped back to see what is this missing ingredient for coaches in their business, it is very different from entrepreneurs. And just know that, guys, we in the lifestyle branding, it's a different gig than just being an entrepreneur, because people are buying your story. It's not that entrepreneurs don't operate that way, but in the health coaching business, it's a different beast. A gluten-free, a different cookie, a gluten-free one. But make sure that when you think about the opt-in freebie, and the reason that I was building my list so much is I had 20. And when I moved from MailChimp to Infusionsoft, the team who moved me was like, I don't think we've ever seen somebody with this many opt-in freebies. And I said, well, here, let me tell you some sweet news. That was how I was able to build my list organically. And when I came from real estate, not one person came over to a list. And that's how I built it to what I have today. And they said, well, okay, well, then good job. It's just a lot of work for us. So, and the second part of that is the reason that my messaging was always so clear is I would watch my opt-in freebies. Who was opting in to one that said detox? Who was opting one to one that talked about digestion? Who was opting one into the one that was hormonal, mindset? All of the different ones, food allergies, every different one that I put out there, I watched. The one that was detox drinks, that was in Revitalize, that was a handout that I took. So just remember, an opt-in freebie does not have to be a full opt-in freebie like you see on our site. It can be a handout. It could be a worksheet and a handout. It can be a video. It could be the opt-in freebie leading to a video that really explains why does somebody need this, then leading to your program offering. So that is why when we have in our Done For You programs, we call them systems. And that's why I always say SS, strategic systems. The opt-in freebies have a full system, and a lot of them match the PowerPoint. So you start to finish have a full system that you can strategically say, here is the PowerPoint that I can either use the opt-in freebie as a thank you gift or as the lead-in. So either as the lead-in on your site, that can either lead, and this is what I've done too, that can lead them to a thank you, that can actually lead them to an evergreen thank you page, whether you do it on lead pages or WordPress or Squarespace or Wix or Weebly or, I mean, really the possibilities are endless, or a blog or ClickFunnels. That can be you going through the what? The PowerPoint, and that's why we give you scripts so you don't have to spend the 4+ hours doing it yourself. And then you have full circled the entire educational experience that people need to what? Hire you. So when you're thinking about building a following, I don't want you to just think about throwing an opt-in freebie. And as you know, in today's busy, noisy market, that doesn't work like it used to. And it doesn't work like it used to boost a post or to just post on your Facebook business page or to do an ad, because things are changing and they always change. It doesn't mean that email marketing's dead. It doesn't mean that Facebook ads are dead. It doesn't mean social media is dead. It doesn't mean anything. Everything's cyclical, and everything always, and I say this, watch the stock market, watch politics, watch what's happening in the world, because that will define and dictate what is happening on social media, what is happening on Facebook ads, what is happening anywhere, and it will also dictate how people are buying. But what does not ever change is the fact that to create a following means exactly what Gary Vaynerchuk says. And why do I talk about Gary Vaynerchuk a lot? It's not just because I love the word hustle. I believe in people who talk about the truth. And the truth is that if you want to create a connection and engagement with people, you can't just go like this. Hey, buy this. Hey, buy this. Hey, come to this. Hey, sign up for this. Hey, do this. You need to give valuable content. So you can say, hey, sign up, I'm giving you free stuff. That's called jab, jab, jab. And it's not just jab and then buy, which is a right hook. It's jabbing like, hey, here's a free content, or here's a blog that I wrote, or here are some recipes that would really help you. Don't just throw out a recipe. This is what we really are thinking. Like, don't just throw a recipe that means nothing to the overall story. This is why in Launch School, I talk and I force you, and some people do it, but it's hard. And that's why most people, get overwhelmed and they shy away and they don't know what that 6-month plan is, because it forces you to then get strategic. And it forces you, just like I'm talking about now, to not just look at your opt-in freebie as, here's one on sugar, but how does that relate to the story? That's why on the homepage at www.yourhealthcoachbiz, we have those systems for hormones, mindset, gut, weight loss, cleansing. You see them strategically put together because I wanted you to see that you need that opt-in. You need that gateway. You need the signature program. You need the mega. Whatever your system is start to finish, and our inclusive programs have those opt-in freebies that are matching that theme. Our Rockstar programs have those opt-in freebies. And our opt-in freebies are not like 2-page kind of like you know, have something to drink in the morning and change your mind. I mean, they are high value, high content opt-in freebies that could even be repurposed into newsletters, blogs, everything. This is your first conversation with the client, who is either going to say, wow, that was so great, I need to contact you for a session, or they are going to say, I mean, that was just like everything else I've seen. And that is when we use that word that we all hate to hear, which is cookie cutter. Because it's not that you're a cookie cutter coach, is that most often we run into the same problem. We are deficient on time. We know what we want to write. We have the vision, but we just can't get it together because either that's not our zone of genius to build and craft, courses and content, or we just can't strategically put together our opt-in freebies, or we don't have enough circulating on a website, on a blog with a call to action, on Google+, on Pinterest. And these can be done in Meet Edgar, or this can be done, in Buffer, or this could be done in Hootsuite, or you can just be putting them directly onto your Facebook business page and scheduling them. So I just want to show you even some examples, because I'm a huge example person, because I want you to see what it feels like when you go to pages that have opt-in freebies. Because that is why we're doing this. So here's number one. You all know Maria. So all of a sudden, I come to Maria's site. Let's even go back so we can get to Maria. We all know Maria. We get to her site. And right here is her Eat Real Food. Now, it didn't pop up because I was already here. But we have her opt-in freebie that had just popped up before. And it shows you right here, look better and feel better in just 3 days. There's a mini 3-day detox meal plan. If you look, what does that do? That also feeds in to what she teaches. So this feeds into the overall story. We have one about clear acne, eat healthy, lose weight. We have a course. This is a course, get on the wait list, upgrade your diet, upgrade your life. And all of you have courses just like this, whether it's the sugar repair, whether it's adrenal, whether it's gut, whether it's mindset. All of these courses can be done in this format. Let's go to our second one. We have Ciara Foy. Very well known. Love her work. Think she's adorable. What do we see? Right away to pop up. This is her core value, her core message. Want to break free from diets, cravings, and the long list of things you can't have? Get instant access. Get instant access to video 1. Right here. Then we go right to, so that was 1. Then we go right here, free mindset training, right there. That's number 2. So this looks like either ClickFunnels. I think this is a ClickFunnels box right here. So she has them right here. That's 1 set. We go up to our menu, work with me, free consultation, about, home, and let's see if there's anything at the bottom. And I want you to start, as you think about what you need and what is missing right now. I want you to look at sorry. I want you to look at other people's programs and where they are. Give me 1 second, guys. The battery is a little low. And then look at exactly where this strategically is put, right at the bottom. See how amazing this is? Real easy to do. Sorry, guys. Okay, then we have the next one right here. Okay, so if you look right here, this is Sarah Sullivan, one of my other favorite, absolutely favorite coaches. And you can see right here, right away, sign up for free updates. You also get superfood snacks. She tells you exactly right here what you're gonna get, and boom. Plus, she has an entire page for free resources right here. And that's a really cute way of just not only doing the free resources in this fashion, because what is she doing, guys? She is bringing you into education, information, everything that needs to happen for you to fall in love with her. So just like you see on her homepage, you will see another place, get updates and goodies. So I just want to explain, and thank you. Thank you for understanding. Talk about real mom life. My children in the other room attacking each other. Had to just jump out. You know, but hey, that's reality. So I want to just remind you the importance of list building. List building and creating engagement, a following, isn't just about throwing up an opt-in freebie. It is about strategically thinking about, and we talked about this yesterday, your client's pain point, what result they need, and thinking about the pain point, but what are from that one pain point possible 10 things they're experiencing. So for example, if they have an autoimmune, they might be experiencing weight gain, sugar issues, sleep, digestive health. They may be struggling to find how to eat organic on the cheap. They may be having adrenal issues. They may be, you know, and the list goes on. Cleansing issues. I mean, you know, depression, anxiety. You want to start thinking about your opt-in freebies as surveys also. You want to start thinking and seeing, do people like recipes? Do people like, you know, valuable information? And your opt-in freebies also can be bonuses, like I said, at the end of a webinar. So your opt-in freebies are used in so many unique and special ways, guys. Don't think that list building should be put last. I work with a lot of clients one-on-one, and before we even get their site up, we are thinking about those opt-in freebies and even putting up splash pages to build their list even before they start their health coaching practice. Because that list is everything. That list is as important as your life, so to speak, when you're thinking about building a thriving and profitable health coaching practice. So it's been a pleasure to be with you. I look forward to seeing you this season in our private and exclusive forums when you buy a program. Plus, do not miss out, because the first 250 buyers get over $1,000 in free goodies. So you don't want to miss out on that. Plus, you get access to our VIP special code and coupon. If you have not gotten that, or you did not open the email, please go and open the email or contact me through the sales page at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. Feel free to ask a question or reach out to me through my site at rachelafeldman.com. And I am sending you tons of love on this day. I will see you guys later. Let me say goodbye on Instagram. Hold on. All right. Bye, guys. All right. And then I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. All right. It's been amazing to be with you. Again, thank you for understanding about the children. This happens when we are business entrepreneurs. And I like to keep it real, which is what people know me for. And that's why I want to keep it real and help you build your amazing business. Have a great one. I will see you later, guys. Thank you so much.